embraces society as readily as we embrace it. It has easily woven itself into the fabric of our society. And one might even say that the media is an accurate depiction of what society is and what it will be.
The question lies in the fact that media and the discourse found in various reality TV shows, sitcoms, sports, and news outlets attempt to paint the reality that we see in society. What kind of message are they trying to tell us? Or rather, what do they want us to know? And how powerful is this capacity of the media? And how does that power translate in the representation of various social groups?
There is no objective way of measuring the ability of the media to accurately reflect the image of society. Experts, however, try to quantify this information by using either the socio-scientific model or through critical cultural research.
There's various ways to study human communication, one of which is the social scientific model, which uses frequency counts and surveys to basically study human communication. The other method is the critical cultural approach, which uses interpretation of artifacts or observations of social phenomena. Now, you can use either method to study human communication, particularly when we study media representation.
In today's media, it is not hard to notice that certain groups of people, based on their race, sex, and status, are underrepresented, or in some cases, totally neglected by media. Over time, the absence of representation of certain social groups can cause society to forget their existence and desensitize their identity and cultures. This phenomenon is known as symbolic annihilation. As aptly put by George Gerbner and Tuckman, it is the erasure of people in popular communication and the condemnation or trivialization of a particular group in the media. It all starts in media representation.
Well, representation is the construction in mass media of various aspects of reality, be it people, objects, events, or cultural identities. This term of representation is a tricky one because it's a neutral term, meaning to say it is neither a bad thing nor is it a good thing. However, this seemingly harmless concept of representation doesn't always mean that there are pure intentions behind it. For instance, we will look at the Native American representation in sports teams and sports mascots.
Since the 18th century, Americans have had a history of drawing inspiration from the culturally rich Native Americans. Many individuals admire the heroism and romanticism evoked by the classic Native American image. Some, however, have taken it upon themselves to define American Indian identity with stereotypical images like sports mascots. Washington Redskins, Chief Wahoo, Chief Illiniwek, among others. Many have viewed these representations as offensive, demeaning, even racist.
The controversy has resulted into many institutions changing the name of their sports teams. However, Native American images and nicknames still exist in American sports and may be seen in elementary leagues as well as the professional leagues.
Supporters of mascots claim to use the Native American symbols and nicknames to honor the Indians, stressing on respect, intention, fairness, and common sense of symbolic plays and notions.
Team mascots reflect on a team positively and is normally a thing of honor. It symbolizes tenacity, bravery, strength, and agility. Native Americans shouldn't feel insulted. They should feel complimented.
Well, I don't think it's a big deal, really. Shouldn't Native Americans be more concerned about how America was taken away from them amongst other social issues they have to face as a community? But I guess that's what alcohol does to your train of thought.
Well, the Native Americans are pretty peaceable people, but once in a while you gotta remember who won the war. After all, it was the Americans who won the war. Therefore, I think that they would have won the bragging rights. So, but I'm sure it's not like that today in America. You still provide them with food, shelter, and other necessities. So I don't think it's a really big deal anyway.
You people should lighten up. It's just the name of a baseball team. It's not making fun of Native Americans. Heck, if I was an Indian, I'd be proud as pie to have a team named after my heritage.
I don't think the names are meant to hurt anyone. These names are chosen out of respect, if anything, But I could understand if they were chosen to intentionally be degradatory to the Native Americans. I would see why they would take issue with that. But it's more of a salute to their fierceness and bravery. I don't think it's objectionable at all.
Many people do not find representation of Native Americans through mascots to intentionally drive home a racial message, but there are a few out there who think otherwise. It is no surprise that the Native Americans take issue to the unfair representation of their people through mascots, and often criticize supporters of mascots for being deeply ignorant and insensitive to their identity and culture.
Native Americans have been an oppressed people. They deserve some respect! What's being done in sports is a mockery. Because of corporate greed and the long-standing tradition of racism here in America, the non-natives with power continue to show disrespect towards the Native Americans and their culture. Now, if the Native Americans are offended by these mascots, then it should be changed. It's all a matter of courtesy and respect.
Yeah! Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you.
Using Native Americans as team mascots is just plain rude and offensive to those people. And this should stop immediately. You don't hear teams of the Washington Blackskins or San Francisco Slant Eyes. If you ask anyone on the street, that would just sound too ridiculous and too offensive. Why then do we allow the teams like Redskins or Chief Wahoo? Caricatures as Chief Wahoo. How can you not see that as demeaning and rude? It's just plain ridiculous.
Are you kidding me? Honor and respect. I have never felt honored by these mascots. Who are you to tell me what I should feel honored by? It is pretty arrogant for someone to dictate what you should feel honored by.
One thing is for certain, and is a shared sentiment amongst the two conflicting schools of thought, is that there is a deep respect for the Native American persona, and it is not an attack on the characteristics or stereotypes of the Native American. The question lies on whether or not it is fair play when it comes to the representation of their identity, how they are portrayed, and how these messages are interpreted by audiences.